All right, everybody, we're back. I had a quick video chat with my grandson. He's had a blast with that. So I'm getting back, scrolling here, and Russ is coming in, and there he is. Say, hey, Russ.
How you doing? Let me put that right in front of that camera.
Perfect.
I'll catch a heck with that thing. Ah,
So I was on earlier. I sent you a link.
right.
I sent Charles a link. Charles sent JP a link. JP and Charles were in here. I
Oh
was in
boy.
here. And I
The,
had a phone call, so I had to go in the house. It was a video chat with my grandson,
mm,
so good time. So yeah, I wish there
wow.
was like an ability to pause.
Well, that's not something I know about.
So what have you been up to?
Oh well, we went to a little graduation thing for my granddaughter. She graduated from pre-K to kindergarten. We left there, and you you had evidently sent that link right when we were getting ready to go eat Texas Roadhouse. We had some steaks tonight. And I said, "Oh, I think I sent you something, but I'm not sure if I sent it." I sent a message back. Hell, I don't know where it was. I got started on it. It never got there. I didn't
Typical.
send. Typical. I didn't send the daggum thing. Well.
That's all right. Hey, Herb, welcome back.
Howdy, Herb.
Yeah, so I was just gonna do some scrolling. I don't know.
Carry on,
That
boss.
anyway.
Ah,
Yes, on the weekend, Father's Day weekend, there went down to Edmonton to see my son,
right.
and I posted a bunch of videos of this karaoke we were doing. Right.
Oh, I saw your butt rub picture. Man, that embarrassed me for you.
What? That's awesome. I can't even
Oh,
reenact because I didn't buy it.
well, don't reenact it, please.
Come
Now,
on,
if you'd
Rebel.
have had video of that, I said, "Oh my God!" I'm glad it was just a picture. Oh, yeah, you
Aaron was
had to.
mad because of the picture I put up against Carrie's butt.
Yeah, I saw that
Poor
too.
cat.
Yeah, those are funny. I got a good laugh out of that.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah, I did.
Or no, the Saturday night, got together with my son, and he was doing Twitch live music.
Hmm.
So we were on there doing karaoke and everything else. And Carrie even got down and she sang a song too.
What?
Yeah, yeah. So it was pretty fun.
You were singing too?
Yeah.
What? God, I
You
don't
know
know if
what?
I can.
Let me pull one up for you. Perfect.
Wait a minute. Before you do, tell me, are you proud of your singing?
No,
Uh,
just had a
or
good
does
time.
can you can you sing? I
I
want to
can
know how
sing.
to react.
Okay, see, the thing is, like, so it's karaoke, right?
Yeah.
So you're hearing the music, you're reading the song, you're reading the words, you got to
Hmm.
try and hit the notes, but you
Yeah.
can't hear yourself in the headphones,
Oh boy.
so you don't know how high or low you're going.
Yeah. Oh Lord. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could.
But
Now
yeah,
I sing all the time, but my wife tells me I can't sing, which is probably true, but I still try anyway.
okay. Here, Ring of Fire. Here we go. Oh, let me pull this up.
Burning ring of fire.
What if I can the screen share on here?
Yeah, you can. You have to. You're the one, so
Oh,
you
there it
just got
is.
to click the screen down there. Share screen.
Share screen. There we go. Let's pull up.
All right, there you are. Now find what you want.
This is loading up right now.
Is Charles coming back?
No, he is tired, so he's going up to bed.
All right.
It's JP's way too freaking ahead of time, so he's in bed too.
Yeah.
See, the problem with this Twitch is it takes so long for it to load up.
Yeah. I had a little Twitch account, but I didn't do anything on it. It was just to view other videos.
Yeah.
Cat King. I can't read the last. Kiefer. Okay. Ring of Fire. Oh my God. Look at you.
Yeah, see, I think you should just pause it, let it load up first.
Oh, you're doing a duet. Well, I don't know, man. You look like you're getting down with the music.
Yeah. Just pause it, see if it's going to load up some more here.
Is it buffering?
Oh, it's raining.
Here we go. Yes, so the way it works is that he sings part 1, then I sing part 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like we each sing our own part. He uploads the video, I sing part 2, and then joins both of them together.
Okay. Oh man. What the hell was that?
It's a fiery ring.
Oh, oh my God. That's what you said. Oh my God. Help me out here, Herb. Tell me what you think.
You gotta watch the whole thing though.
I am. I'm waiting for it. I don't hear no sound.
You don't hear any sound?
No sound. Let me see if I. Well, no, I can't do anything with it. You have it turned off. Your sound. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rear feed on 11 by 17. That might be a pain. 20 sheets at a time.
That's probably good. I still don't hear it. Well, Herb thinks it's hilarious. He must be able to hear it, but I can't hear it. Look like you're riding a horse, man. You're riding a horse.
You know what? I'll put the link on here for you. Oh, wrong one.
Herb says he's going to your page to watch. It's too hilarious to pass up.
I know, I see that. All right.
Allie, you got an Allie Gamer said hello.
Oh, give me a sec. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Oh, okay. Let me just put this in here.
Oh, Herb said he can't hear it, but he says the movements is hilarious.
There, I put the link right in.
All right, let's see if I can click that. Cannot, so I'll just highlight it, copy and paste it. I'll stay in here so you can hear me. Paste. And go. Well, it did not take by that.
What?
Well, I pasted it. Let me try again. Okay, let me try this again.
That's weird.
No. No takey.
No takey. Unreal.
This Facebook thing on there, is that the better one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me try that. I can't click it, so I'll have to highlight it and paste it. Well, hopefully that bottom part don't go with it. All right, let's try this. Paste. Going to Twitch. Cat King Keith. Twitch. Oh, I see your pictures. Oh, I hear it. There's a lot of starting and stopping on that. Go. There we go. Oh my gosh.
I'm just laughing. You're laughing. It's hilarious.
I just got where you sang the Ring of Fire.
Hey, Pat.
Oh.
Yeah, I unplugged my router, I rehooked it back up, shut down my laptop. I had to restart my laptop. There was like 8 updates for it, and then I took off for the weekend. Everything was down, and then everything worked back up. And I went to that speed test and that thing, and everything was like 35 and freaking ping and like I think it was 8 point whatever megabytes. Milliseconds. Thanks for the help. Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Can you hear Russ laughing?
Oh.
Hey, will you bring me my drink?
I stopped.
Will you bring me my drink off the gas?
Yeah, just a minute. Let me come back. I gotta bring her something.
So like I was saying, I unplugged the router, plugged it back in, powered down my laptop. I had like 10 updates to do on my friggin' Windows 10. Took off for the weekend. come back, start everything back up, and I went to that speedtest.net thing, and everything's freaking like high numbers. So I appreciate the help. Basically, just a matter of, oh, did you turn it off? Turn it back on again? Everything was good. You like that, Russ?
Oh man, I tell you, you were having a good time.
I was having a blast.
Who is that with you now?
That was my son.
Oh, okay.
My
Okay.
oldest son.
Okay. I thought that's what you said. No, I didn't remember for sure. Patrick's in the house. What's up with him?
We did probably 6 videos.
Yeah.
Very good to be with him too.
Oh, it kind of makes a difference when you hear the singing along with the movements. You know, you're really getting down with it. Ah, riding that horse. That was hilarious.
No, it was a burning ring of fire, and
I saw that. I saw that. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Patrick can't hear you?
About it. No, I fixed it.
Okay.
I was talking to Charles, and I said, Charles, you got to do that too. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis, how's it going? And I was saying, I was telling him maybe I'll get together and do like a scroll karaoke.
Oh no, see, Charles won't do that because Charles said he's a singer.
Yeah.
Saying he don't want to mix with these non-singers, you know what I mean? Can't do it. He don't want to outshine you.
Well, the thing is, if we're all, we all go to church and sing. We all sound the same. What's the matter?
Charles has a website. Hello, Dennis. Charles has a website that he has some of his singing on. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
I don't remember where the address is to that website, but he's got 1 or 2 songs he sang on there. He said that was when he was feeling like singing, so he did it.
Really?
Yeah, you have to ask him where it is. I went and looked. Been a long time ago though, but a couple of years back that I saw it, I think.
Cool.
But yeah, but he and his brother says I can listen to my brother sing all day. So there you
that's
go.
what Dennis likes.
Yeah.
Well, you sing in church, don't you?
Well, when I do, they try to tell me to stop.
Oh, you're an usher, right?
No.
Being an usher is like the best job ever.
Is that right?
Yeah, you stand at the back of the room.
Mhm.
You hand out the pamphlets, the book in the beginning,
Yeah.
and you go outside and have a cigarette. Service is on. You come back in, pass around the money plate, and
Yeah.
back goes out again.
Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad gig if you got paid for it.
Where you get to collect the money, right?
Yeah, you do get to collect. Yeah, they kind of tend to watch over the till. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 10%, 10%. What are they gonna
Yeah,
miss?
I got you taking this 10% from what they gave, huh? Yeah, I hear that. I was gonna say something, dang it, I forgot what it was. Rats.
Well, it's like the last time Charles was on. I said, Charles, you need a board in front of you and a pencil, and just write stuff down.
Yeah. I hadn't talked to him in a couple of weeks, I don't think. But,
No, he
but
was
last
on,
time I did, he wasn't ready to start a live yet.
He's not going to for a while. But
Yeah.
he was on my show last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis was on there too.
Yeah, that's when I got the message. I got the message late.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
we were on there a Thursday, and it probably went for like almost 3 hours. I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one I got there just after you'd ended it.
Then I got like maybe half hour scrolling in.
Ain't that the way it works? I'm telling you.
Oh,
Kind of like what you're doing now.
yeah.
You got a picture in the.
Ready
in
to
the
go. I'm ready to start
I
scrolling
see
again.
it. I'm looking at it, but it ain't moving.
Sure. I'll is this better?
Yeah,
You're
no,
scrolling.
look, that's perfect, man. That's
Scrolling,
perfect.
look at
It's a
that,
very quiet machine too, boy. I tell you.
Scrolling without even looking at it. It's like good. It's like good I am. I don't even have to look at it anymore.
I mean, that's the good thing about Spiral Blaze, man. You don't even have to look. One hand, you can do it.
You know, I wonder if I can do that. I wonder if I can watch my screen.
Stop.
I don't think I'd chance it.
Scroll across. See if I can. Oh, look at that.
Not me, buddy. Not with spirals. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you one thing. I like them for certain situations. Portrait work. That's the only thing you can use for portrait work when it's fine detail, the spirals. But I have to be careful with those dadgum things because normally when I go off the line, it's on the wrong side, and it's the side I need to keep. So I have to really be careful with them wrestles.
Well, I don't understand why though, because like that's why I have my artistic license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You mind if I buy that from you?
I can screw up anybody's. I can screw up anybody's pattern and still make it look good.
Yeah, well, that's the mark of a true champion right there, by God. I always try to err on the side of the waist area. And with spiral, sometimes it always happens. I'll get a bad itch and I can't stop, and I'll scratch it, and before I've took my hand off and got to my nose to scratch my nose, I've already moved that piece the wrong way, and boom, son of a gun. So I try to work it out too,
Yeah. Well, like
is this that same pattern you were working on the other day?
Yeah. So I'm gonna finish it today, and then I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work tomorrow night though. But the next day I'll have I'll be showing my table saw so I can cut my backer for it.
Mm-hmm.
Lay it all out, glue it all down. Hopefully finish it for this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Stop. You.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that gave me this old hunk of wood. He wants me to make a. This was just a test run for him. He cut it with his skill saw, and it ain't straight by any means. It's going to be actually a console cover, and he brought it to me because he wants me to carve the Titan. He's got a brand new truck to him. It's new. It's secondhand, but it's new to him, and he had a big console in there, and he wants a cover over it so he can put his cups in there and stuff. So he made that. So I got it, and I got to redo it and make it pretty. He bought him a Nissan Titan, and he wants me to put Titan up there, paint it black and silver.
You gonna put the Nissan logo on there too, or just Titan?
I don't think I'm just gonna do Titan because that's all he asked for. And he wants me to take these cutouts here. He used a Forstner bit, but then he tells me, I wonder if I can bevel those edges, bevel them in. And I said, I probably can do that. I'll be using that other piece of equipment in my shop called the CNC for that.
Why don't you just do it with a router?
I don't have a chamfer bit.
Oh, really?
So I got a ball nose bit. It's a 7-degree tapered ball nose, and that will take care of that in short fashion.
Cool.
So I got a little stuff to do. I got all kinds of crap to do. I'm get to it when I make me that round to it.
I had a round two at one time.
I've been trying. I've been trying to get Javi to give me his. He said, but then I'll need one.
You should ask Al to make you one.
I should. Yeah.
You know, he's doing those maker coins now.
I got one. He made me one. Kilroy, and he put my little logo on the back, which is really hard to see because it was so small, but there it is.
Yeah.
Got yeah, he come out pretty good for the size he had to make it in.
You know who came up with that idea though, eh? Me.
Really?
He was designing them, and I was on a Switch channel while he was designing them, and I'm like, you know what? You should actually like put the edges on it like a coin, and then put like the maker's logo on the back side of it.
Pretty cool.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Get off my tummy, it's full.
Oh, she wasn't talking to me, by God. She talked to the dog.
Sure she was.
I don't have that opportunity often.
Yeah, so I better talk to Al again and tell him if I can make me one too.
Yeah, you ought to, by God. Yeah, damn right. Hey, you got a shirt out of me for an idea, by God. Let me go get me a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm going to start scrolling here.
All right.
Yeah, when I was doing this earlier, and Jamie was on here, he asked me, he goes, "Can you not cut a straight line?" And I said, "No." Like, I'm like, no, it's a serious question. I said, what I do is I do a rough cut out first, and then with the spiral blade, I just go up to it and sand right
Sand
to
it
the line,
off.
right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, why do you do that?" I said, "Well, with a rough cut, like I don't know if you can see this, like I got these bumpy, jaggy lines."
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I said that way, when I scroll with the spiral blade, I can go right up and sand right up to it. It makes it nice smooth, and end up with like zero fuzzy on the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Nah, that doesn't make sense. Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "No."
Well, it looks like you're teaching another one.
I'm like, "It's just like making square corners with a round bit."
They say it can't be done.
Get off me.
There, did you see that mess up I made there?
Uh-huh.
So I cut right into it, but then my artistic license kicks in.
What size blade is you using? A 2/0?
So hot one.
Hot one?
That's my most common one I use anyway.
Yeah.
For everything.
Huh.
This is where I gotta pause. Like I gotta go inside.
All right. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So please just here. Just a second.
That's all right. Take your time.
Yeah. Like, there you go.
Hey, there you go. That's the way you do it. There you go. That's more like it. There you are.
So I give like 5 minutes. I'll hear it back.
What is it?
Yeah, we've been doing all right, Herb. How you doing? Pay no attention to that woman behind the curtain. She's playing with a dog.
Our dog is our dog daughter, our dog son.
Yeah, I have a little 2 Shih Tzus, and the youngest one is quite scared of bad weather. And today it has been raining all day, so he's been hugging close. You know, he's the type that wants to climb on top of your head if you're sitting on the couch.
No, I don't want you in my face.
Wow.
I love you though. I love you. Oh, I do.
Yeah, my wife had cats way back in the day, but she found out that she's allergic. She's also allergic to dogs, yet we have 2 of them little rascals. Can you figure that one out?
Not these kind of dogs.
Yeah, you're still allergic to dogs, no matter what. The dog's a dog.
They're hypoallergenic.
How
Their hair is not.
are you getting your internet? You're using your phone as a hotspot, Herb? Well, I had 5 of them that turned up in our neighborhood, and they all ended up at my house. And the wife and I rehomed 2 of them, and the other 3 are still around, but I haven't seen them in a while. I found a rat in my yard that was killed, so I told the wife we're gonna keep them cats.
What's going on here? You're laughing.
Oh, we're talking about cats and dogs and being scared of the weather and all that kind of stuff. I told him, I said I had 5 cats that seemed to have gotten dropped off in the neighborhood, and they ended up at my house, and my wife and I rehomed 2 of them. And one morning I found a dead rat in the yard, and I told my wife, said, we're going to keep them other 3. I think they probably did me a good service there. So I think I'm not going to rehome the rest of them.
Herb saying he's got a rescue wife.
Yeah. Rescue cats, not his wife.
No, it says, hey, growing up, I always hated catch my wife rescue.
I saw it. I tried to figure out what he meant by that.
Excuse me. That's funny. That's funny right there.
By the time you watched a couple movies, it seems like the hot spot is gone. Since we're going to be in this one spot, went ahead and decided to get cable. Yeah. He's getting his internet tomorrow. That's what he's hoping anyway.
Well, I thought he was going to get it last. Oh yeah. Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been
that last week.
Well, I can imagine that that hotspot goes against your data plan. Yes, sir. That can be a lot of money. So I don't want that. I think Jamie was probably thinking you're doing double work.
What do you mean?
Well, when you have to sand, use it to sand down to it. Well, you cut it rough cut once, and then you're coming back and fine sanding it. He probably thinks you're doing double work.
Oh yeah, see, but he was also asking if I ever use those scroll saw sanders. And I said, well, I tried them once, but it's more of a pain in the ass because you got to change the blade out to put the sander on, and you're going back in the same spot anyway. So this way, I don't have to change the blade out, and I can still sand at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. So technically, I'm saving myself work by doing it this way.
But does that also cause more wear and tear on the blade because you've already cut it once?
Well,
and then you're coming back and sanding the whole thing again.
See, but that's where it boils down to your blade.
Yeah.
Like if you get a good quality blade, like the ones that I use, like they very rarely ever break. When I was scrolling last week, when Charles come on, I did this is the first blade I broke in 2 weeks, and it just happened to come on right when it broke.
Yeah.
And but like I've been using the same blade for probably 3 or 4 projects. Yeah. I mean, they never dull on me.
What brand do you use?
Scroll case here. I can tell you what it is. You'd be like, "What?" There's my fancy scroll case.
That's pretty sharp. I like that. I do like that.
And that's only part of it because I have these ones are my handy grab.
Right.
Ones.
Now that's something I would use.
And then I got these handy grab ones, which are these are travel toothpaste or
toothpaste
brush holders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 of them here right now. So basically, I bought 3 of them at the dollar store. Or just give you 6 of them to hold on, like 6 of them for the 6 different size blades.
Yeah.
And I just drilled a hole in my table beside them.
Let them sit right down in there. Yeah.
They're sitting right down there. But the blades I use are these ones.
Okay. Well, I've never heard of that.
Okay. They're German blades.
Okay.
I bought them through Scroll America.
Okay.
I bought them about 7 years ago, I'd say.
Damn.
So I bought a gross of 1s, gross of 2s, and a gross of 3s. And I still have a gross of 2s and 5 batches of like 5 dozen of my number 3s left. So I bought them 7. Yeah. So like they never break on it. So they're not making a lot of money off me.
Yeah. Them poor guys don't know the business plan.
But like I was telling Jamie, I do have a couple Olsons, and I got some ones that I picked up at Canadian Woodworker.
Yeah,
it says they're 2.0 spirals, but I'm pretty sure they're Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, well I've got Flying Dutchman.
They break as easy as Flying Dutchmans do.
Yeah, my Flying Dutchmans don't break that easy, but my Pegas break a lot more often than that. Pegas, I've got some Pegas and I've got Flying Dutchman. That's all I've been using. I had Olsons, but I threw them in a trash can.
See, I got these Olsons that I've never even opened yet.
Yeah, I had a couple of packs like that I bought at Woodcraft in Houston a few years ago, and when I first started, so it's probably been about 4 or 5 years ago. I kept them for a long time and never. I tried one of the blades, and I was going to donate them to Jeff Robinson for his scroll saw training class that he teaches up in North Dallas. And when I went to find them, I couldn't find them. I guess I'd thrown them away. So
and then I got these Sawbirds.
Yeah.
Off of one of the other local scrollers in town, Jeff Murray. And he swears by them because they're made in Canada. Or well, see, well, I can't remember his name. He's down in southern Manitoba. He owns a scroll saw shop. I can't remember his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got to write his name on here. And but these blades are made in Germany as well, and I believe these are actually Olsen's as well.
Yeah.
Just rebranded.
Yeah.
That's all he uses. And then I got these Tornadoes. I picked these up at Lee Valley.
Yeah. Oh.
They're a good German blade too, but they're like their number one is about half as thick as my number ones that I use. So I think they're more jeweler blade than anything else.
Yeah. Well, they'll be good for puzzle blades.
Yeah. Like a hard day to use them.
Yeah. Well, I know that Flying Dutchman is a German blade. It was actually the Nequas, and they're sold by Bear Woods up there in Canada. The Nequa blades, and it's the same as the Flying Dutchman. They just changed the name when Mike had that thing. He called them Flying Dutchman when he imported them. But it's the same blade as the Nequa blade. And I really got into it with those, and I that's all I've ever used until I got a few of the Pegasus blades, and I like those for certain things because they are a more aggressive cut. The Pegasus blades are than the Flying Dutchman. They're really aggressive, so you really got to watch what you're doing. But they cut good in certain woods, certain types and thicknesses.
See, like I know my number threes work awesome for doing my rough cuts on 2x4.
Mm-hmm.
And they like so like I'll put a number 3 on to do all my rough cuts on 2x4, and then I'll switch to my number 1 just to sand everything else out, right? Like I always do. And they work awesome.
Now you're using what's that? What scroll saw you got? Excalibur. Yeah. I have the dadgum DeWalt, and I got to thinking about it. That piece that I was saying that the guy wanted the chamfers on.
Yep.
I thought about it after I put it back down. I said I could use a scroll saw to make those. And with the DeWalt, you have the table turns, not the head.
Yeah.
And I'd rather the head turn. So you could see I could see it better, and it's easier to hold that thing on the table.
Well, see, I've actually only turned my head twice. The first time I made my first bowl, and I think I had it to 22. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 22.5 degrees, but I still use spiral blades.
Yeah,
and it was just a matter of just friggin' slowly going around it because you don't want to screw
right.
it.
You can't push them up anyway. Right.
And the second time I used it, I was making a frame, and I think I put it right on a 45 and cut down the frame. That was before I got my new table saw though. So that worked.
Yeah.
So there's not much you can't do with a scroll saw.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I've thought about it after I sat down. It just clicked in my head. Hell, I could turn it. I don't want to do the table part. That's the bad part. It can be done with the DeWalt, but like I said, the table, you're pushing at an angle like that, and it's hard. I just don't want that. I want the table flat, and that's why not the Excalibur now, but the Pegasus or the Seiko is
Seiko's still Excalibur.
It is. It's pretty much the same. Matter of fact, he'll take in an Excalibur and do the repairs on it and all that stuff. But I tried to give him two DeWalts and a Delta in trade for one of his Seikos, and he turned me down. He wouldn't go for it.
I would too.
Well, there were 3 of them, and 3 for 1. Shoot, he wouldn't do it. He don't take trade-ins.
The Delta is on.
Yeah.
See, like I remember we were on like Rush's show or Charles' show, and it was going on about Delta 788, Delta 78, Delta, or sorry, DeWalt.
DeWalt, yeah.
DeWalt 788, blah 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 blah.
It's a good mid-size, mid-entry.
The thing is, everybody has one. Everybody has problems with them.
I didn't have any problems with the one I had, but I sold it after I see what happened was I don't know if you know the story, but there's a lady in town, that the older lady, that she does a lot of scrolling, and she saw me on Russ's show and saw that I lived in Beaumont, which is outside the city of Nederland where she lives. And so she contacted me, and I said, well, I really live behind the airport, so it should be Nederland, the same as you. And so I went over and met her at her house, and she had a DeWalt with a stand, and she had a Delta with a stand. And she said, neither one of them are working, but I'm going to sell them for $100, the stands and the machines. So I talked to the wife, and I said, the DeWalt's only 2 years old. The Delta was a little bit older, but not much. And so I went ahead and gave her the $100, and I took them home and put them in my shop. I sold the Delta. It was working. I made that thing work quick. And the DeWalt that she was using, because she bought the DeWalt when the Delta stopped working.
Yep.
And so she bought the DeWalt to replace it, and it was only 2 years old, and it stopped working, and it started blowing fuses. Okay, so she told me all that, and I had a DeWalt at my house. It was in really good shape. It was only 3 years old, and so I bought it. I took it home. I pulled the cover off of the switch, and I blew all that sawdust out of it, cleaned all that up, and put the cover back on, and went and looked at the fuse. And it turns out that they had put a 1 amp fuse when it was supposed to have been a 3 amp fuse. That little plate is a little bit tricky on reading that, because it looks like it says a 1 amp fuse, but it's not. It's a 3 amp fuse. And so I changed the fuse and fired it up. Took about a 30-second video of it working and sent it to her. And I said, thank you for those saws. This is it working. It's working like a champ. She said, what was wrong with it? And I said, well, 2 things. I said, you had the wrong size fuse. It's supposed to be a 3 amp, not a 1. And I said, your switch was full of sawdust, and that was causing it to stop working. And so I said, when I took the cap off and I cleaned all that out, blew it all out, closed it back up, put the right fuse in, I'm good to go. And that's the one I'm using now.
So those DeWalts, the switch cover, they have a tendency to like wear out though, right?
They don't wear out, but they do get dust in them. They're not really dust free, and the dust will build up in there, and it will short the terminals, and it'll just shut down. It won't run. So you periodically take the cover off and blow it out, or I tape mine up. I tape it all up so it's always turned on, and I have it taped up where nothing can get in it, and I use a foot pedal.
Yeah,
I bought a foot pedal.
Like I've never actually even maintained my saw the way you're supposed to.
I know.
And I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, those were high end. Those are they should be way better off than the DeWalt's. The DeWalt's are mid level, and but they're still a good machine, and it's a 20-inch throat, so it's pretty good too. But I know that who was it? Somebody had a 30-inch Excalibur, and it was Charles, I think. He wasn't even using it, but it's got a 30-inch Excalibur in his shop. He's got a Seiko in his shop, and he's got the Hawk that he uses.
Yeah, the Hawk.
Yeah, I think it's a Hawk he's got.
I heard that RBI is supposed to be really good saw too.
It is a good saw. It's on the upper end. It's on the upper
Oh,
end.
that's somebody I haven't seen in a while. Is
It may not be a Hawk that he's got. I can't remember which one he's got.
whoever seen in a while. I can't remember his name. He has all the scroll saws up in his attic there.
Oh, jeez. I don't know, but I know Steve Good's got a bunch of them.
No. You know who I'm talking about. He used to be on Russell's show with us all the time. He built that Veterans Memorial out in front of a shop there. He redoes all those German patterns from like the 1800s. He turns a lot of bowls. He teaches a lot of bowl turning. Oh, what's his name?
I know Ken Moon does, but I don't know about. He don't have scroll saws. He does a lot of bowl turning.
Rick
Hutchison.
Yeah, Rick. I haven't seen Rick in forever.
No, he don't do much anymore.
Why not? Like what happened?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't seen him on a scroll saw show in quite some time. Where'd you go? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I
Not that button.
Well, usually it opens up in a whole new window. I'm like, oh no, I know, I just lost my key. What am I doing?
No, Rick hasn't done anything since Charles's old shows that I know of.
Yeah, like
unless he comes on like with Lee Nyden or somebody like that. But I haven't seen him.
I can't even remember the last time. I can't remember the last time Lee even did a show.
No, it's been a while, but not that long. Charles was on one of his last shows, I think.
Really?
Hadn't been that long ago. I don't know. Are you still doing the? You still involved with him in the Scroll Saw Mag?
Well, I am or not. Like the last magazine that came out, I know he basically he's just reprinting all the old patterns. Because nobody's really nobody's really giving him any new patterns for it.
Right.
We're looking for some people just to do like articles right now. But nobody wants to do them for free. Like,
hold on a second. I don't know if you can see right there.
What? Yeah,
into that bedroom. That's where my wife is laying. That little white mound of fur.
Yeah.
It's sitting right on top of her head because it's raining outside. Just what she was telling me. And I turned around looking, and he's right on top of her noggin, man. He does that. And I asked him one day, I said, boy, why are you on top of my head? You're closer to the rain that way. It's amazing. That boy is crazy.
Like right now we're looking for people to write some articles on like why are you doing it, like, well, you know, you have some examples and just whatever, right?
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do it for free. Really? But like we're not Fox Chapel. We can't give you $300 every time you freaking do an article. We can't give you $500 every time you submit a pattern.
Right.
Because we don't have a million fucking subscribers.
Yeah.
Like we're lucky to sell like 4 magazines a month.
Really? Damn. Well, that probably won't last then. It sounds like lack of interest.
Well, yeah, but
people are too busy.
It's not so much that it's that Lee's distribution process is a little slow too. Yeah. But also, like we're having problems with PayPal and freaking Etsy and everything else. But
well, y'all are doing mostly PDFs now, right? Instead of printed magazines.
Yeah, it's the whole PDF. But the thing is there's so many free patterns on Facebook now, like Jim Bloom and Botis and fucking everybody else giving a free pattern, so it's not even really worth it.
Pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you're right.
Like when it first came out, it was a great idea because Fox Chapel pulled all their scroll sawing magazines,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just basically it was just something to help people like start off and all the articles that I did, I basically took pictures like my videos, just pictures all the way through. This is what I use to sand. You can use whatever. This is what I use to stack with. You can use whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then drill your entry holes, scroll through, finish sanding, finished product.
Yeah.
It was nice, but
right.
But like
Yeah,
with all these YouTube videos and with all the free patterns out there, whatever.
Yeah. Kind of taken away. And with all the patterns that Steve Good has, there's so many patterns there that you'd never get finished cutting them all.
So, well, unless you cut one a day, they can push it out one a day.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got a bunch.
Well, no, I got 3 CDs of his.
Yeah. I've got a ton of his too. I met him in Atlanta a couple of years ago. First year that he went, when he was a guest of the Gwinnett Woodworkers down there, and he was doing his scroll sawing thing, and we were wrapping it up because we were fixing to go to lunch, and I come walking around the corner and I saw him, and of course I knew who he was, and I had been on Russ's show with him, a few times on a hangout, when he was a guest, and so I come around the corner and he didn't see me, but I walked up to him and I told him, I said, "Hey man, I think I owe you some money." And he turned around and said, he looked at me. He said, "I don't know, but I don't think you do." And I said, "Well, I've took a lot of your patterns and I've sold the products off of a lot of them dadgum things." I said, "I'm bound to owe you some money somewhere." I said, "At least let me buy you some lunch." And he looked at me, said, "I know you." And he started thinking about it, and he said, "Where do I know you from?" And I said, "Well, I've been on Russ's show every week. That's probably where you know me from. We've been on a hangout together several times. That's where I know you from." So we all went to lunch, him and Russ and I, and Charles Deering was there that time, and only time he's went that I know of. And we all had a pretty good time over there that year in Atlanta. It was really fun.
Hey, I would love to go down to a show.
Yeah,
it's just so freaking expensive for me to travel down there, though.
Well, they have them up there too, in that area. Well, not too far from you, I don't guess.
Not up here.
Well, I don't know about in Canada, but they do have them in the northern part of the United States.
Like I know they're either in Vancouver or Toronto.
Yeah.
Or Montreal.
Yeah, but that's a little far.
That's a long way. Yeah.
Well, from my house to Atlanta is about an 11-hour, 12-hour drive. And I did that one weekend. I drove down, and me and the wife, she didn't, Russ had his wife up there, and my wife came with me the first time because she didn't trust me driving by myself that far. And so she went with me, but she was bored out of her mind. There's nothing for her to do. And so we were getting ready to drive back. And of course, it turns out, she's not driving back either. I'm driving back. So I drive, and I drive all the way. I've stopped for gas a couple of times, and I said, "You ready to drive?" She says, "No, not really." I said, "Oh, crap." Back in the seat I go, man. I mean,
you gotta do what I do. I'm like, I'm just tired. I gotta sleep.
I did that one time. We were going on a cruise, and we drove to Port Canaveral, and on the other Atlantic side of Florida. And we drove from our house all the way down there, and went on the cruise. And then we come back, and I was going to go by Clarity's house and visit with him. And so we get going now. I had to go to South Florida. And so I get in a truck, we drive down to South Florida, and then I cut over to the Gulf Coast side. And he was gone. So I drove all the way back, all the way. I got as far as Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I said, that's it for me. We didn't have but about 3 hours left, 4 hours left.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, that's it. You take it the rest of the way.
Now, I did an awesome job. You didn't know when we got home.
Yep, she did an awesome job, like she says, and I was glad that she did because that's all I could go. We had a lot of miles on that truck that day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We did that last time we came back to Florida.
Hmm.
I know I was talking to Pat last week, and I said, you know, Pat, if I was, I could drive down there.
Which
take
Pat?
anybody, Patrick.
Okay.
And I said I can drive down there and pick up whatever you're making, blah blah blah, right?
Mhm.
And I said, yeah, it's only about an 18-hour drive.
Yeah.
I said I could do it, no problem. He goes, yeah, just make a good weekend out of it. Yeah, I'll drive down there, see you for 5 minutes, say hey, how's it going, bye, and then head back.
I don't think I'd want to do that. That's a
No.
long drive for me.
Yeah.
Boy, that's about as many hours as I put that last trip coming back home. When I
Well, it's
finally
like-
give up the ghost, man.
Even on the weekend when I went to the city, there it was a 5-hour drive one way, right?
Hmm.
And when we go and see Carrie's sister and mother-in-law, that's a 9-hour drive. And then if I go see my grandsons, 3 hours past that, so it's a 12-hour drive.
That's a long ways, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all got all that territory with nobody up there, all them wide open spaces. That'd be great scenery to go through. I promise. I think that sounds good to me.
It's all Buffalo Roman grounds.
Hmm.
Well, you know, it doesn't look like I'm getting much done today.
I see that. We've been here an hour, and I think I saw you do one cut.
I know.
You're terrible. You gotta have to walk and talk, man. You gotta work and work.
I can work and work. It just when the scroll saw's going, it's just hard to talk.
I know. You always cut it off because it's too loud, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
I need more people in the chat so they can talk amongst themselves.
Yeah, that's no kidding. It'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah. Like I said, I got this job we're doing tomorrow night at the new hospital, which has been like, when was it supposed to open? I think it was supposed to open in 2005.
Oh.
Yeah. And due to setbacks and cutbacks and friggin' everybody else, they're not doing it. So it's finally done now.
Mm.
So I'm finally putting the signs up tomorrow.
All right.
But it's probably going to be another six months to a year before the hospital actually opens.
15 years out after the fact, huh?
Exactly.
That's a lot
unreal.
of cutoffs, cutbacks.
It is.
Wow.
Like I'm pretty sure they've gone through like three major contractors during the whole build.
Wow. Well, I'm glad to see you getting some money out of them finally.
Doesn't matter to me.
You get paid regardless. Huh?
Yeah, I get paid to put the signs up. I get paid to pull them down. So
Mhm. Yeah. Well, we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. And like I said, so I'm working tomorrow night. So it depends on what time I'm done, though. I might come back on tomorrow night, and then I'll actually do some scrolling. And we will finish this up tomorrow for sure.
Let me tell you this. Come on early, do your scrolling before anybody gets here. So when you're ready to show off, you can come back on and see what I got done when nobody was here.
Well, no,
we don't have to do it talking. You can do some work.
See, like I was talking to Patrick. Patrick's like my go-to guy now. Because he's got so many subscribers to his channel. He doesn't put out freaking videos every 6 months or once a year.
I know.
And so he says, try and keep your videos down to about an hour because it's watchable.
Mm-hmm.
And have somebody in the chat just to freaking talk back and forth to the people in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and just do your scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's awesome, but You know, this is how it turns out. It's more of a sit down chat session than it is anything else.
Well, Patrick, according to Eloy, Patrick's got the right attitude. We don't put out videos anymore. And it seems like his subscriber count grows and grows. So Eloy decided to do that. So he slowed down on the video stuff, and they said his subscriber count's starting to go up. So he swears by what Patrick's doing. So
Really?
You might ask Patrick and Eloy to elaborate on that and see if it's really true. But that's what Eloy said in the hangout the other night. That Patrick is doing it right, but he stopped putting out videos. His subscriber count went up.
Really?
Mhm. You can ask Eloy about that, but that's what he said. I don't know, because I've only put one video out and it was only 2 minutes long, and I don't know if I'll ever do another one. And my subscriber count stays even. I got about almost 50 people subscribed to my YouTube channel, and I only have that one video. Eventually, I'll put another one on, but I don't know when. I guess when my wife gives me no more honeydews, because she said, I'll find you something to do. That's all right. Yeah, she said, there's a lot of things to do here. There's a lot of things to do here. Well, there is, but I'm retired now, and I'll do them when I get to them.
Exactly.
When I get hobbies round to it. I think I'm gonna make me one. Yeah.
I used to have a nice one. It was actually the size of a wooden nickel.
Wow.
It had it had a buffalo, like a wood nickel on the one
Mhm.
side, and the other side was around to it.
Mhm.
So I might make one.
That's pretty neat. Yeah, Javi's got one that's about this big.
Well, I know Steve Good did a pattern of one too.
Yeah.
A pretty big one.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah,
I need to
that.
make me one. I
just
every
burn-
time, every time I'm asked to do something, I hold up round to it.
Yeah.
When I get round to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I would get that feeling back at me if I did that. I'm quite sure that would
That's
happen.
why you make it out of really soft wood. Like Baltic
I think
bird
I
or
will make it
something,
out
right?
of Nerf material.
Use balsa. Use balsa.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't hurt at all. All right, fella.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show. Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I said, Charles was on here. Jamie Page was on here. Guys in the chat there, Herb and Dennis, and who else was in the chat there?
Patrick was there for a while.
Yeah, Patrick was there too.
That's it.
But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try and do live feeds every day now, so it doesn't really matter. I don't care what I get done, but I want to try and get these projects done. And I figured that the best way to do them is do them them on video, so that way they get done.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for being on the show, Russ.
All right, man.
All right.
We'll see you later.
I'm looking for a catchphrase.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I don't have any creativity.
It's not going to be this one though, right?
I know that's right. Scroll on.
And I asked Jamie, and Jamie's like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, I can't use that either.
That's already been done.
And he said, "What he said? He said, don't be an ass scroll."
Well, we best not use that one.
No.
Oh,
because
Lord.
like when I was on last week with Charles, or I'm like, no, just bear with me, because I was just trying to get everything set up when Landon was here working on his toolbox, and he just bear with me, and he's like, well, you can't really use that because it's sort of saying that you're sort of promoting a certain company. I'm like, well, not really, but
yeah.
Hey, Herb's still here. Look at that, man. Thanks for hanging in there, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, see you, Herb.
Yeah. So I'm looking for like a sign off thing. So just think of something.
Ah.
Don't
All
let
I'm
your nails
thinking
get
about for you right now is bacon.
don't let your nails get rusty, eh?
Good one. I'll see you later.
All right, bye, buddy. Thanks a lot, guys.